Former presidential candidate Peter Obi has affirmed that he remains a committed member of the Labour Party and will contest for the presidency in 2027. He made the declaration during a campaign rally in Anambra while drumming up support for Labour Party's governorship candidate, George Moghalu. Speaking in Igbo, Obi dismissed rumors of his departure from the party, stressing that he has no intention of leaving. He told supporters that among all aspiring presidential candidates, he is the most competent and prepared to lead Nigeria. Obi emphasized that others are free to run, but voters should know that he is fully in the race and loyal to the Labour Party. His declaration comes amid speculations surrounding emerging opposition coalition ahead of the 2027 general elections. Now, Obi, I don't know, he says he is a member of the Labour Party, and from the way he's speaking, he declared his presidential ambition and still saying he's a member of the Labour Party. I am confused because he submitted a proposal of single term to the ADC coalition on the day of their unveiling.
Yes.
Am I missing something here?
You're not missing anything. The only thing is the political cloud in Nigeria has enveloped Obi.
How do you mean?
Obi has allowed himself to be overly distracted.
Distracted?
Yes.
How?
He lost it when he couldn't micromanage the crisis
in Labour
Party. He thought after pulling the rocks off Apapa, he thought he could bank on Abure, not knowing that there are moves in Labour Party, and that he made such a statement. It was because of him Labour Party made such a statement, winning within a reasonable seat in the National Assembly and state houses of assembly across board, and gaining a state in Nigeria. It is something that it was only CPC during Buhari that achieved that feat. But the living never got the significant number in the National Assembly. Then they only had one representation. Even ABGA, that have been a traditional party in Nigeria, have not made that kind of statement, only because of one single person, Obi. So you can't take it away from the sympathetic nature of his disposition, which most Nigerians, aligned with.
Okay.
So, but now he has lost the grip. And what again that has, fractured his personality is for him to have even stepped his foot in the coalition. To have even attended that means, Laurentia, there is a name I want to call you, our name off camera, but this is us. Obi has allowed himself, because of the uncertainties that are moving around Labour Party, he allowed himself to be, if he has not attended the coalition meeting or even listened to them, because he listened to them as a person, he didn't carry the Labour Party caucus along.
But Nenadi Osman Caretaker Committee.
Oh, Nenadi, which day did we start hearing of Nenadi? I mean the party structure. And even before this thing happened, Obi could not speak to the minds of the national members, national elected members that he had in Labour Party. He stayed there under his nose. Most of them, majority have defected to the APC. So where is he going to build from? If Obi had used it, even the person they said is an Okada man, that one with Labour Party, has left. He's in APC from Southern Kaduna. So you are not able to coordinate those people, even if you have lost grip with the power and the interpower play in the Labour Party. You should have channeled your energy towards making sure that you are speaking with those people that have been elected. You are speaking to their conscience, giving them reason and hope they should remain. Telling them that, we got here without even people giving us a chance. We can still do it. You were pursuing a daylight rat. The mother rat escaped. You think that that Labour Party can make an deal with the emerging force of the coalition and the APC that is being spearheaded by Tinubu? The Labour Party is fizzled out like the PDP. So we have only 2 political parties in Nigeria.
PDP might bounce back.
And after 2027. After 2027. Because Nyesom Wike cannot. I've granted an interview in your sister radio station where I said that Nyesom Wike cannot afford to sabotage his efforts now in Tinubu. If he's doing that, the APC will lose out, and Nyesom Wike will be a political orphan, and his political enemies will laugh at him, and that is what he doesn't want. So what we are talking about, Obi, who went to Anambra to campaign for the Labour Party, who is that Labour Party candidate in Anambra? And with what is happening now nationally, and also in Anambra, in the Anambra state political zone, what impact can Obi make now? What is the numerical strength of his obedient movement? What is the sympathetic? Because Nigerians are hungry. The truth is that when the election comes, the money bags will also buy our votes. Because people are hungry. We are not as hungry as we are today in 2022, 2023. So what makes Obi not to think that people will line up and collect a quarter bag of rice?
Well, let me remind you, in 2023, Nigerians were hungry as well.
I say we are not as hungry as it is today.
In 2023, Nigerians were hungry as well, but Nigerians voted and defended their votes to the extent that they can.
Yes.
Now, in 2027, Nigerians will still vote. Now, when you say Nigerians are hungry and they will collect monies in exchange for votes, one may differ with that postulation, because hunger can go 2 ways.
Yeah, the politicians have weaponized it.
Hold on. Hunger can cause a change to happen.
Yeah, of course.
The people can get hungry and rise and decide that
we are no longer going to be hungry.
This time around, 2023 was a child's play.
Yes.
They are not just going to vote, but they will defend their votes. It happened in Nigeria that when some persons in 2023, the videos were even captured, it was viral at that time. Some persons that came to bribe voters were beaten.
Yes.
They were beaten. The money collected from them, they were thoroughly beaten. The people still voted
their choice
and defended their votes. So one would say that it
could work
traffic.
Work it that way.
So for some persons, they can collect the money and go with the dictates of who paid them. For some other persons, they can be so hungry that they will come out in that annoyance.
And use their vote to make a statement.
Let me also remind you of something. Probably even the politicians that you are allegedly saying that they are weaponizing poverty. The truth of the matter is this: he who is on the ground fears no fall. So in weaponizing poverty for the purpose of making people do your bidding. You are there, you have something to lose, but the people are already on the ground.
I go with your assertion.
So Nigerians are already on the ground. Let's say we are not yet in the mud yet, because I always say we've not gotten there yet. Probably we are not in the mud yet.
Are you sure? Maybe from where you are standing.
Probably we are not in the mud yet. But Nigerians are already on the ground, and the weapon might be fashioned against the person that created it at the end of the day, because when they're on the ground, they have nothing to lose. So they are going to do what they want to do and vote their conscience. That's on one hand. When you are fighting with someone and the person strips you, pending when the person strips you, you're still fighting to protect your dignity. But when your dignity is stripped and taken away, there is nothing
to hide.
So you are going to fight.
It
is fight to finish.
Yes.
If that fight will now change from you know, in Nigerian parlance, easy to do or die.
Yes.
So either you kill me or I kill you.
Because you have exposed my dignity already. If I die, I die for...
Don't you think that Nigerians are like that woman who has been stripped in the marketplace?
Yes.
And who now has nothing to hide anymore.
Yes.
Who is, you can't shame the shameless.
Whether I die or I live.
At this point, you can no longer shame the shameless because you have taken their shame from them.
Yes.
Don't you think Nigerians are already on the ground and they can't go further because there is no other place to go?
Let me answer you that question.
Yes, go ahead.
Quick. You see, Nigerians are on the ground and all the narrative you have painted, fine. But what is there now is this. With what Obi is doing now and the coalition, Nigerians' opinion or Nigerian vote will be overly divided. They will not be allowed to make that statement. If we are thinking of that the coalition will give us maybe a two-way traffic between coalition and the APC, we know that now a PDP is nowhere to be found, in my own understanding.
Well, I think one would be like, let the coalition even survive the implosion that is coming.
That's what I'm saying, that now, if Obi decided to chicken out from the coalition again and say that because he wants to run to please his obedient movement or to, you know, please those that are looking up to him as their messiah, so to say, then if the gentleman agreement he submitted is not taken into account and he wants to walk away again, so many people will see Obi as someone who is neither here nor there, who have problem with his mindset, with his decision making, cognitive ability. So that is why I said if he had not stepped his foot there, perhaps people will still look at him with what was reserved of him 2023, that people followed him. But for him to now say, because my roof is leaking, instead of looking how to mend it, I now say because my neighbor is building a new house, I will go and spend the night with my neighbor. If I sleep 2 days and he insults me, I will now go back to my looking room. I think he's making a mockery of his personality, which he has already earned. That is where I'm coming from.
Very valid assertion there. And, you know, one would wonder at the nature of the people he's aligning with. First and foremost, the coalition so far does not have an ideology.
It doesn't.
Like we don't know what they're about.
What they want.
The only thing that we know that they're about is that Tinubu must be ousted. They will send
Tinubu back to Lagos.
Tinubu must be ousted in 2027. That is the only ideology of ADC as it stands right now. And then when you periscope into the people that have coalesced into this opposition, you know, I can go on and give you political history of each and every one of them. And how they are also very instrumental to the states Nigeria has found itself.
Of course.
These people, as much as they try to, you know, pick holes at the administration, while I'm not even making a case for the current administration, by the way.
Yes.
But I'm just looking objectively. While they are picking holes at the administration of President Bola Tinubu, the previous administration that led Nigeria into the mess, they were all
involved,
very active in the previous administration. These people should be retired politicians, but they are recycling themselves under a new political party. And one would also wonder, the way the takeover happened, was it democratic? Did they carry everybody along?
You know,
I am looking at a lot of things around the coalition, and I am wondering, is it a viable alternative? And then Peter Obi, who Nigerians have known to stand for one thing, Nigerians know what Peter Obi represents.
That is what I'm saying.
Nigerians know who Peter Obi is. Nigerians know what he has been saying. He has been saying the same thing.
The same thing over time.
He has been consistent in his ideology, in what he's standing for. But I am seeing him, you know, merging or aligning with
the wrong
people
vision,
whose ideologies are at variance with his own.
Yes.
Do you see this working out for Peter Obi?
That is what that's my fear. And the kind of personality he will have after they must have denied him the ticket. Remember, those that started talking about coalition have their intentions cut out already. They know where they are going to, and they know whom they are, they want to present, and they know whose intention or whose mind they are playing around with. But bringing Obi in is for it to sound as if Nigerians we have, because somebody that scored 6.1 million votes plus, you don't take him for a ride. If APC could be hyping Kwankwaso that got 1 million plus, then someone will say that Obi can raise his shoulders and head so high to have made such a statement. And just opposing how Tinubu
and Muslim campaign that was mostly done on social media
without structure, and how Tinubu and Buhari, came together because of their own voting bloc. I think that is what Atiku leveraged. That if he and Obi can bring their voting bloc together, they can make a statement. But are you making that statement to add to the disadvantage of someone already you have you have the intention of rubbishing his own political career? So Atiku has nothing to lose, even if he loses this election. But Obi has a lot to lose. He loses his personal, because if they don't give him the ticket, he will walk back to APC, to Labour Party, or any other party he might be fraternizing with as his option B.
But at this point,
you understand? But at that point,
what would say is Labour Party even a viable option?
No, that's what I'm saying. He might have another vehicle.
You have the Abure faction who has refused to recognize and respect the Supreme Court's judgment, and whom INEC right now is not even recognizing, even though INEC is not recognizing him by their actions. However, on their website, he is recognized. So INEC is also part of the crisis in Labour Party. And on the other hand, you have the Nenadi Osman caretaker committee and faction of the Labour Party. So now, who is what exactly?
That is
you understand?
That's where Obi has found himself. In a water that can diminish his political prominence in no time.